Alright, hey everybody. Been a couple weeks since I've done a Fishroom update, but not much has happened. We'll give you the update. It's been hectic, haven't got to do much down here, work keeping me busy. But with the little, let's call it the convict tank, the two little convicts that I got after having crazy time trying to find them. Apparently there's a convict shortage. I found two that were available for sale, and they were tiny, and I got them, threw them in here with some black neons. And this guy right here has grown quite a bit faster than the other one, and then turned on the other one and ended up killing it, or best I can tell, that's what happened. So my plan is to add more rock work and decoration type stuff to this tank to give more hiding spots, and I guess I'm on a more in-depth journey to find convict cichlids, because for me, just having one of them doesn't do it. But the black neons, they're doing alright. Let's see, did not realize that light was on. Does that make it any better? Don't get the glare from it. Alright, so the crib tank here. There's mommy and daddy out swimming around. And you can make out one of the fry up there on the little rock cave. There's nothing going up it. One down kind of below mama right now. They're in there. They're getting a decent size. Let's see if this light helps any on this one. Not so much. Make up the babies a little bit better. They're getting to where you can actually make out some fin edge and that type of stuff if you look real close, which you probably can't make it out with the video quality. And then over here, Mr. Firemouth. And I don't know if I mentioned it in my last update, I'm kind of wondering if the reason that he's lost all of his color is because he got switched to this sand substrate, which is a light colored substrate. And I've also had some people suggest to me that because he has no competitors, he won't display colors. He'll stay a muted color. Well, that nearly whitish gold color is definitely muted. But the little zebras I put in here, they're doing fine. And back here, the 55, still holding water great. Threw some plexiglass tops on it. 29, I've still got it drained down. Get this 20 down here. 20 high over here. And I did a water test on it before, and it held water. And then I started doubting myself. So I filled water up to a point, made marks on the tank of where the water level was, and you can see the mark and the water level. It is at the exact same level. So it, yeah, okay, 100% it is holding water. And you know, when I bought that tank, I bought it as, the people had it listed as either a 5 or a 10 gallon, and had it for sale for like $5. So, you know, that's a great deal. You gotta, when you buy used tanks, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes the people don't know what they have. I've seen a 29 gallon being listed for 100 as a 100 gallon. So the next thing on my to-do list for the fish room probably isn't throw more fish into it. I know it's always exciting getting new fish, but I'm wanting to make some structural changes or infrastructural changes or whatever you want to call it, and make things a little better. First off, I need to clean down here because I've got stuff all over the floor and in the way. But our move has been put on hold for right now, so I'm going to do a little bit more permanent type stuff. Like, I'm probably going to look at building some racks out of wood instead of using the concrete blocks. Concrete blocks, I found, are great for making a temporary one that you just throw them in there real quick, set some boards on it, and you're done. Cost wise, the cost to get the boards and put one together out of wood, at least from my math, it's cheaper to build it out of wood. It's more space effective to build it out of wood because you lose 8 inches here, 8 inches there, 8 inches there, and so 8 times 3 is 24, so you lose the size of this tank when using block. I first thought that block might be better if you don't have a truck, that you can fit block in, say, the back of a car. But then I realized the boards won't fit in the back of a car. So maybe if you're just building a tank stand for one tank, you can get your boards cut at the hardware store and put them in your back of your car. But again, that doesn't make sense because if you're getting your boards cut, you could cut enough boards to be able to hold the stand. But it's good for temporary because you could throw it up there, take it down, and you haven't, put any holes in the boards. You haven't done anything like that. So stuff on my to-do list: build a wooden stand or wooden rack for them. I've got some shelving units I want to get down here for like dry goods supplies, storage, maybe some books and stuff. Maybe some better seating than this. Over here, not sure what I'm going to do with this tank for the 55. But first thing I need to do is get some filtration over here. So I need to decide what type of filtration. First thought, sponge filters. But I need to get the airline run over here and, probably get some heaters in them. And I'm also looking at maybe putting up some temporary walls or curtains and getting a heater to heat the room so I don't have to heat the tanks. And then we've got the water situation. So I have water lines right here above the tanks, but I don't have a wall right here. The original plan was to hook in over here by the water heater and put a sink there. But now that I see that I've got this one over here, I'm thinking about putting the water line hooking into here. Let me know what you all think about that in the comments, having it right in the middle of the room or having it against a wall. And then something else I'm looking at is back in this area back through here, putting a drain line that will lead down and over to my floor drain. Sorry about all the storage. And make some overflows for these for a water change system. Need to get some better lighting for these instead of that one, and I'm probably going to run a more permanent electrical system over here other than all the extension cords and wiring. Pretty it up a little bit, but there's a lot to do, a lot on my plate, and with my new assignment at work, thinking that I like working 7 days a week, it may be a little more challenging. But I definitely want to get more fish down here. But I think getting some of the structural stuff in place first may be a more, what's the word? Maybe a smarter thing to do, so that, you know, I don't have to worry about moving the tanks to put some plumbing in or something and having the tanks full of fish and having 20,000 tanks or whatever. And it would just make everything easier on me also. If I had lighting and drains ran and a water line and all that, it'd make it a lot easier to do. Well, just an update on the fish room, some of my plans. And if you got ideas or tips, throw them down in the comments. Till next time, you know what to do. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button, the notification button, the share button, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time.